On a quiet night by the Yangtze River, a man who was once a tortoise now stands under a tree, gazing into the distance. Every night, he meets his beloved here. But their destiny is anything but ordinary. An emperor, a deep love, an endless sorrow intertwine, creating a tragic tale that echoes through the ages. Next, let's dive into this captivating tale together. After Emperor Wang of Shu, his successor, Kong Emperor Bieli, was originally a tortoise by the Yangtze River. Through years of cultivation, he transformed into human form and was called Bieli. Every night, Bieli would meet his lover, Julie, under a night-blooming tree by the Yangtze River. Later, hearing about the devastating floods in Shu, Bieli traveled upriver to the kingdom. Emperor Du of Shu recognized his talent, appointed him as prime minister, and tasked him with controlling the floods. However, Julie, longing for her fiancé, also came to Shu in search of Bieli. One day, while searching in the mountains, Julie encountered Emperor Du, who was out hunting. Enchanted by her extraordinary beauty, the emperor brought her to the palace and made her his queen. However, the emperor had no idea that Julie was Bieli's wife, and Julie did not know that Bieli had become Shu's prime minister. Each time they saw each other, they dared not reveal their identities, and both remained deeply troubled. One day, upon returning from managing the floods, Bieli attended a banquet held by the emperor to celebrate his success. Harboring countless grievances, Bieli drank heavily that night, surprising even the emperor. That night, Bieli became thoroughly drunk and stayed in the palace. Late at night, Julie quietly knocked on Bieli's door. Recognizing her, Bieli quickly let her in. Upon meeting, they embraced and wept, expressing their deep longing and heartfelt emotions. Later, Emperor Du discovered the truth and overheard their story. Overcome with guilt, he felt he had wronged Bieli. That very night, he drafted an edict to abdicate the throne to Bieli. He then quietly retreated to the mountains, never to return to the palace. Bieli ascended the throne and became known as Emperor Kong. Meanwhile, Emperor Du, living in the mountains, could not let go of his longing for Julie. Unable to seek her out, he died in sorrow and loneliness. After his death, Emperor Du's soul transformed into a cuckoo bird and flew back to Shu to search for Julie. One night, while gazing at the moon from the Fenglu platform, Julie remembered Emperor Du's kindness and couldn't help but weep. Suddenly, she heard a cuckoo crying, "Come back, come back." The voice resembled that of Emperor Du, tender and sorrowful, breaking Julie's heart. Julie searched everywhere for the crying cuckoo, but it had cried so sorrowfully that it bled and died. Julie wept bitterly, holding the cuckoo in her arms. Her tears fell onto its body, and suddenly, the dead cuckoo transformed into thousands of cuckoos, filling the sky and crying, "Come back, come back." Unable to contain herself, Julie transformed into a cuckoo and followed, crying, "Cuckoo, cuckoo." Today, in Pai County, Chengdu, Sichuan Province, there is still the Listening Cuckoo Tower, where Julie transformed into a cuckoo. And Emperor Du, as a cuckoo bird, once cried out to each other,